have producer Tyler here because me
What
and
up?
Tyler are going to talk about one of our Letterboxd 4s, Tick Tick Boom. Tyler, we've never really talked about the movie before.
No, yeah, I've been dying to talk about this, and I've been wanting to save this for like a special occasion. We had a couple months ago, we were like joking in the chat about like doing like a thing like, hey, what if like Phil was like absent at the beginning and I had to like fill in, and we'll just like go off on Tick Tick Boom and like cry about it not being on a physical release yet, which it totally should.
I didn't know that until you told me that.
Yeah.
I think that's because Netflix does a lot of their movies on physical, or they'll do a lot of their big ones on physical release.
Yeah. So like Netflix has a relationship. There's this publishing company called Criterion Collection. They just like curate a lot of interesting movies, and they have a deal with Netflix. And there's a lot of great movies that they published for Netflix, except Tick Tick Boom.
So
Like, they're also reportedly giving us K-pop Demon Hunters and the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein, but it's like, yeah, Tick Tick Boom. Where is it? Where is it?
And that's so interesting because I think like Tick Tick Boom falls under that. Hey, this is a like award-nominated movie.
Yeah.
This is an incredible movie, and it sort of fits that mesh. Where I think K-pop Demon Hunters was also like just a commercial success. Yeah. Tick Tick Boom wasn't really, but even still, like it had a theatrical run, like, and people talked about it way after the movie, leading into Oscar season. Like it was very much in the conversation. It's weird that it's not.
Yeah, I definitely
physical.
got Oscar thoughts on it.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that too because I remember being so mad about that too.
Yeah.
Jeez. And I watched King Richard, so I can comment on this too. I can comment on this, but let's just get into it. Tyler, why is it on your Letterboxd 4? Explain, please.
This has when it hits in a lot of ways. Being a creative and striving for you're working for something for years and years, and you get the opportunity to try to display it, and then it's like, well, crap, what do I do now? And especially like I had my 30 recently, so there's a lot to relate to that, with Jonathan Larson, and then also like because I knew we were going to talk about this, it's like I decided to rewatch it, and then it's like, oh crap, he was like Superbia. That was 5 years. I got my 5-year project that I've been working on, and it's like, man, it's one of those movies that if you're in the arts, like you're just going to relate so hard to it, and like every time I watch it, it's like, man, I feel this, and it makes me like want to like do more, but also like understand like, hey, you know what, this is a struggle bus that like everyone. If you're making something, whether it's a musical, whether it's a movie or whatever, like you've been in this situation. So it's just, yeah. But I'm really curious what brings you to it, because like on the outset, it's like you're very in the comic book realm. But I mean, like actually when we talk, I think we like line up on a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I am really curious, like because like explain what is in your Letterboxd top 4.
Okay.
And, like,
let me double check. Okay. If I remember my Letterboxd top 4 is off the dome. Yeah, my Letterboxd has been weird lately. It's John Wick 4, Wall-E, this movie, Tick Tick Boom, and then Logan. That should be. And I think you said that too.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
that's like a really cool list. But
yeah. I keep it varied, and there's a trend there, right? Here's the animated movie that pretty much raised me. Wall-E was the movie Wall-E and Happy Feet were the two movies I watched every single day for like most of my life. Logan changed my brain chemistry, and John Wick is the best action movie ever made, I personally think. So Tick Tick Boom is like, okay, there's a trend here. Like Isaiah likes action movies, and he has a lot of sentimental value towards Wall-E. Tick Tick Boom is a weird one because I watched it on a whim because I love Andrew Garfield because I'm a Spider-Man kid. I was like, yeah, like I should broaden my horizons. I should watch more movies, and I like musicals. Like I enjoy them. I'm not like I haven't seen a whole lot, but when I do watch them, I tend to enjoy them, and I tend to listen to the music on repeat. Like that's just kind of how I am. That's why I get a lot of my music, like on my Spotify. It's usually music from movies that I watch, or TV shows that I watch, or video, whatever. Like that's just kind of how music comes to me. This movie, very much a musical, very much about Broadway and making plays and stuff. But I think what made it this like 10 out of 10, this deeply resonates with me, is this strive to like make something great. As someone who isn't a creative, as someone that doesn't make movies or TV shows or write pilots or plays or anything like that, but as someone that is a hard worker and is someone who like will put themselves into something and like, I need to get good at this and I need this to be great. I need to show people that I can do this thing. I very much relate to Jonathan Larson in that, where you can spend so much of your life doing a thing, And sometimes like you're going to lose relationships or things are going to fall apart or you're not going to be there for people and things and whatever because you're so engrossed in what you think you should be doing that you can lose out on so much. But also at the same time, like you want to be something great, you know? And I think that's something that anyone can relate to.
Yeah.
Because I think all of us have this like internal desire to be something more. And I think this movie is the perfect encapsulation of what that journey looks like. And someone that succeeds in that at the end, but also who had to go through so much struggle to even get there. That's why. Like, that's why I love it so much.
Yeah,
because it's just such an incredible movie. The way I've always explained it to people is it's like reverse Whiplash. And because like Whiplash is very much the strive for perfectionism and that like the way it drives you like crazy. Like the way that I need to be this because I want to be the greatest person ever. Tick, Tick, Boom follows a very similar idea of, hey, I want to make it on Broadway. I want to be something. I want to be like the greats.
Yeah.
But it's less about the like anxiety and psycho, like, oh my gosh. And it feels more fun and lighthearted, but then sad and more relational. I think you get to see the way Jonathan Larson's relationships get affected by what he's doing more than you do in Whiplash. For Whiplash, it's very isolated and like, hey, I only care about myself, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It's an incredible movie, dude.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Yes.
Favorite song? What's your favorite song?
I mean, I love, it's like, that was the thing I was like trying to think of when I was watching the movie because it's like, it starts with 3090. It's like, that's a banger. And then it keeps going. It's like,
that's a banger.
Yeah. Sunday, that's a banger. The guy, I forget the name, but the one with him and Vanessa Hudgens, that I Feel Bad one.
Therapy.
Also, Therapy. Yeah, also
such
a banger. It's like they're all so damn good. Yeah, I mean, Jonathan Larson, I mean, long rest in peace. A very, very gifted lyricist and composer and everything. And it's a tragedy we lost him, you know. God. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, probably 3090. It's such a catchy way to bring you into it. And also it's about, again, it's also that it's about turning 30. What the hell am I doing with my life? I think I relate to that the most probably. But Sunday, I really love. It's also like an homage to Stephen Sondheim, who also appears in the movie. One of his musicals, Sunday in the Park with George, which I
didn't know that. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like the whole staging for that. It's like actually like almost like a recreation of that scene from that musical as well. So it's like,
that's why it kind of goes like very play-y, right? Where it like looks like you're watching it from a stage. Yeah, because it gets like flat, right? Where like the things when they come out of the diner, things kind of get. I'm trying to remember that properly, right?
Yeah. Because like in that musical, like it's about the guy who did. I forget but there's this famous painting. Actually, have you ever watched Ferris Bueller?
Yes.
Okay, so that scene in the museum when they're like staring at that big like park or whatever painting.
Oh yeah.
So it's about that play, Sunday in the Park with George, is about I forget his last name, but George. He is the guy who painted that, and so the play is like a fictional like story background of like how did he come up with the composure, the whole thing of that.
That's so cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like in Tick, Tick, Boom, like there's a scene where they're watching it like on, and that's why he like has this specific like he's fantasizing. But yeah, I don't know. Just as a tribute to both Jonathan Larson and Stephen Sondheim. I think I don't know. I guess it's a tie between those two. Like
for me, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of Sunday.
Okay.
I think it's a great song.
Yeah.
But it was just never one of those ones that like I could listen to after. Where like I think it's a great in the movie.
Yeah.
But like if I were listening to this in my headphones, like, nah, man, like songs like Johnny Can't Decide. I'm like, dude, yes, like that's such a good song. But I think my two favorites are Why. That's the song he sings and where they would do like Shakespeare in the Park in New York. And he's on the isolated piano on the stage by himself and just basically singing about his life.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets me emotional every single time I'm watching it because that scene happens right after his friend tells him that he has AIDS, right? Yeah. So,
HIV. Yeah.
And it feels like everything is sort of crashing around him because at that point he had just broken up with his girlfriend. His best friend now has AIDS and this play is not working out and things are just like, what is happening? So him singing a song about like growing up with his friend and doing plays and then like growing up and now this is where my life's at and I'm trying to do this thing and like, hey, am I cut out for this? It's so good, dude.
Yeah.
Because I think so many of us have had that thought where we're in a field, I think especially an artful field, but even in my field, I'm trying to be an accountant. Like, come on. Like, but I've been in my field and I'm like, am I cut out for this? Like, can I actually do it? You know? And that song is just so... It's just such a real listen, you know? It's such a real listen. And I think Andrew Garfield, like that being backed up by, it's not super instrumental outside of the piano. Like it's just the piano and him. And that makes the song feel so much more personal because Jonathan Larson, he loves his piano, you know? And in like, whenever they cut to like Louder Than Words or 3090, like they have all the other instruments and Vanessa Hudgens and I think the other guy's Joshua Henry, that's the actor's name. Like they're like singing with him. This is just him and his piano and he's singing about his life. And it hits every single time. But also my favorite is the basic Louder Than Words because it's the perfect end. And I remember sitting there and right when he does the happy birthday on the piano and then it cuts like just the major like you know?
Yeah.
I sat there just like, whoa, like what the heck was that? I still listen to that song like on the daily. Whenever I'm bumping music and it pops on, I crank it up to the max. And 3090, like I can't lie, like I love 3090 so much. It's such a good song. But Louder Than Words just like gets me really emotional, man. Just such a good song. Yeah. How else do we want to do this? Where else do we want to go? There's so many avenues we can jump to. Can I talk about one song really fast?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, you know what's something that pisses me off about the movie? Green dress not being in the actual cut of the movie. Like her and Andrew Garfield and Alexandra Shipp doing the dance and the song together. Instead, they like cut that out and instead just have them kissing and then playing the song on like their radio. Man, that sucks because I think the song and the way it's shot and everything is so good. I'm like, why is this not in the movie? Like, I don't get it. Do you know anything about that?
If I remember it, I think it was like the one song that didn't like contribute to the story. Like everything that's in that song like already exists informationally, and they're like, we gotta cut it.
They're
like,
wrong
just for timeline.
I think it makes me feel so much more connected to them too. You know, but. I'm not a director, I don't know. But anyways, that's like one of like the biggest things where if I could fix anything about the movie, it would just be put that song in. Like please just slot it in. Or if I'm watching it, it's like watch up to that, skip the part of the make out and watch the music video and then I'll come back and then I'll watch the thing. Because the song is just so good. And I think you're right. I think it's probably true. Like you understand like these characters and their relationship already up until that point. But I think there's something about them singing together and dancing that just makes me feel more connected to them. I don't know. It's just one of those weird things.
Criterion, Netflix, put it on physical release so we can have the extended edition with green dress.
Yes, please. Please. Yeah.
I don't know. We can go into performances. I mean, it's like it's mostly the Andrew Garfield show.
It is. The Andrew Garfield show is real in this one because he is incredible. You know, he had never played a piano or knew how to sing before this movie.
Which it's crazy.
Like, I think Lin-Manuel Miranda was like, hey, do you want to do this? Hey, can you play the piano? And he goes, yeah. But he like just completely lied. Like, that's just not true. So awesome that a man of his talent could be like, yeah, I'm going to learn how to be really good at this thing within a few months and then just kill it and give an Oscar nominating and not subjectively, objectively should have won an Oscar for that movie.
He really should have.
Yeah, dude. I want to talk about that because Andrew Garfield, I think, is so good in this movie. I think it's probably one of his best performances that I've seen him in. As someone who loves him as Spider-Man, I think he's a better Jonathan Larson than he is a Peter Parker. Like, hot take, but like, I think that's just... Like he just embodies that role where his mannerisms are so like energy. Or as someone who doesn't know who Jonathan Larson is until watching this movie, I understand the exact kind of person he was because of Andrew Garfield's performance. You know, and I think that says so much about his performance. Where I could like know nothing about this guy and still be like, oh, I get him. Like I understand what he is.
Yeah. I think that's like, you know, that really is one of his specialties is like he's really able to find the humanity in like literally any role he does. And like I honestly don't think that there is ever a role that I'm like, God, you're miscast. You know, like he just hits it. Like there was this one, I'm trying to remember, but there was like this one movie where he played like this like sort of psycho like influencer. I forget the name of it. I think it's like Mainstream or something. But even then, like, I mean, like, it's such an odd movie, but he does a great job of like, even in the chaos of that, like being able to like get you at least to understand like why that guy is playing is like so messed up.
Yeah.
But Jonathan Larson, man, like to be able to pull this off, it truly is phenomenal. And to like, you know, be able to get us into that headspace and to be able to like, because I think like also like on paper, like Jonathan Larson's like a jerk. Like even even when they were writing the movie, like his sister who's still alive, like she like told Lin-Manuel Miranda and the screenwriter Stephen Levinson, like, hey, like you like please like do not sugarcoat it, like go full in on like who my brother was as a person, and like to be able to balance that. Like,
yeah,
Andrew got sauce.
He got sauce, dude. And you're right. They do really show Jonathan Larson is kind of like a douche.
Yeah.
While also being like, hey, like I get this guy. Like I understand where he's coming from. But like I think of a specific scene after the therapy song. You know, it's cutting between him and Alexandra Shipp and Vanessa Hudgens. When him and Alexandra Shipp hug and he's like tapping like on her shoulder and she's like, dude, are you seriously trying to make a song right now? What is wrong with you?
Stop.
He doesn't stop. And I think that is so important to the obsession of this character, where so much of him is his mindset is, oh, I'm destined to do this one thing. And that's what my goal is, you know? I think of like the Timothy Chalamet scene in Marty Supreme where it's like, you don't understand how hard it is to have this kind of goal because it gives my life purpose. You have no purpose. That isn't that scene, but it kind of feels like it because you're in this emotional moment with your girlfriend and you guys are in this very loud, serious argument and you're only thinking about your job right now. And that's the problem. Such a good scene, dude.
It is.
He should have won. Why didn't he win?
Let's get into the Oscars.
Let's do it. Talk about it.
Okay, so Tick, Tick, Boom was nominated for 2 awards. It was nominated for Best Editing, which 100%. It lost to, rightfully, I think, to Dune. I think that's fair.
Valid.
And then Best Actor, Andrew Garfield, lost to Will Smith for King Richard.
Did you watch King Richard?
I did. Like, good performance.
Good performance, yeah.
Good performance.
I actually think it's a great performance.
I'm not going to argue that.
Yeah.
But Andrew Garfield.
Like, like, I don't know. Look, I think King Richard 1 is a great movie.
It is.
I loved it.
I will say, I have watched Tick, Tick, Boom far more than I rewatched King Richard, which is...
Yeah, same. I watched King Richard once in the theater, and I was like, "Wow, great movie, really good." Tick, Tick, Boom, though, like I think for me, and I think this is what it comes down to, is Will Smith plays a very good, like he kills that role, but I feel like he's done roles like that before, right? This like more like older, sad, like
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think no, not that I disagree. It's like I honestly don't remember how many Will Smith movies I've actually watched.
I just think like if the movies I've seen of him, from the clips I've seen of him, sorry, I see clips and I make assumptions. Like I just feel like I'm still like that's Will Smith. And again, I bring this up with like Timothy Chalamet, where I'm like, Timothy Chalamet shouldn't have won Best Actor for Marty Supreme because I'm still watching that and I'm like, that's Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
Where I watch King Richard and I'm like, that's Will Smith. Like I see that, you know?
Like it's more like he hasn't disappeared yet. Like,
no, he hasn't disappeared. Exactly. And where I think Andrew Garfield, it's Andrew Garfield. I see him. It's him. But he literally disappears into that role. Like that character is nothing like the character he plays in Hacksaw Ridge or The Social Network or Spider-Man. Like it's so different. His range is so large where I'm just like, yeah, dude, he deserves that award. King Richard, great movie. Will Smith's performance, great performance. But he didn't disappear. He's still there. I still see Will Smith. Andrew Garfield, I don't see him. I see Jonathan Larson, you know? And I think that's what it comes down to me, you know?
Yeah.
And him slapping Chris Rock, which was at the Oscars, which is just like, I feel like what they should have done is in the back, that happens, they take out the envelope, scratch it out, and be like, let's just go second place. Andrew Garfield, baby.
Yeah.
Who else was on that? Do you know off the dome, or would you have to look it up?
I have it. So the other nominees were Javier Bardem for being in The Ricardos, Benedict Cumberbatch for Power of the Dog, Denzel Washington for The Tragedy of Macbeth.
So do you think Andrew Garfield was second for that? I don't think I watched any of those other movies.
I know Power the Dog had a bit of heat, so maybe Benedict Cumberbatch got a lead, but I don't know. Andrew Garfield, man. I feel like that had to be a close race. But yeah, it only had the 2 Oscar nominations. I'm a little pissed at that. Like, I think it should have at least had a Best Picture nomination. Maybe not a win. I mean, I would have voted. Well, no, Dune. Dune was also that year, so I would have voted Dune. But it should have gotten a nomination.
It should have. It honestly should have, dude. Can I be honest? I think if this movie came out this year, I think it would have won. I think you could have slotted in for that F1 slot, personally.
I don't know. I mean, look, this was the year that Coda won.
I don't even remember what that movie is. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Is that like what do you mean by that? Are you saying like it was like not?
I'm gonna get. I don't know.
Get spicy. Get spicy.
God, I don't want to. I want to work.
Get spicy.
No. I mean, it's a good movie. Like, it's a fine movie. It's not what I think you would think would be a Best Picture winner. Mm-hmm. Great performances in it. But I think overall, it's a very. I think at times can be a little too sentimental for like a Best Picture movie, and I don't know. I mean, but also like here were other nominations that year. You had Belfast, you had Don't Look Up, you had Drive My Car, Dune, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog, West Side Story.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I forgot about West Side Story. Yeah. That was that year too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish Tick Tick Boom was on the list because it's just such an incredible movie, man. It's such a good movie. Can I ask, what are some favorite moments from you? Like, what are some of the things where you're like, dude, I love this, or?
Oh God. Not a scene specifically, but I really love Robin de Jesus' performance as his friend Michael. I think, oh my God, he brings so much to that, and also is kind of like, I think more. I mean, I don't know. I think like him and Susan are both kind of voices of reasons, but I think he sits a little bit more firmly on that. Yeah,
because his life is so much different. Where like Susan is already a dancer, she's someone pursuing art. Where like Michael is like. I forget what his job was, but he
was like in advertising. But like, I mean, like he pursued the arts, whatever. And like in the 80s, he would have been like, people would have been like, you sold out, man. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, like that apartment was pretty sweet.
That apartment was pretty sweet.
401k, health insurance. I mean,
who needs that though? Who needs it?
But I think they do have this. And I think I also like too, is that like, even like at the end when like Jonathan Larson is like, hey man, I want what you have. Like, it's like, he's like, he's lost out in suburbia. It's not happening. He's like, hey man, bring me in. I'll apologize. I'll do anything. And Michael's like, dude, there's a lot of people like me, failed actors who end up in these jobs, but you've got the sauce. You got to continue on. You got to figure it out. And it's like, shit, man. It's
so like, real, man.
With great power comes great responsibility. It's like, oh, I am doomed to be this. Oh, fine, I will.
Yeah.
And then he goes and creates the most popular musical with theater kids, Rent. But yeah, it's.
Which I didn't know, by the way, either. I knew nothing about this guy. I'm very much not in like theater culture.
Yeah,
I still am not.
Yeah. But Rent is very much like every theater. It's like it's kind of like it's that sort of like it's kind of edgy enough to like interest like the most like sheltered theater kid. It's like, oh my God, it's 90s New York. Oh my God, they're talking about AIDS and there's gay people. So it's like coming from like a Christian background. I was kind of like, oh my God, this is whoa. I gotta go check this out. And then it's good. Like I enjoy it. It's got bops. I like it. But yeah, that was kind of like my introduction to him, and I knew him for a long time through that. And then hearing about this years and years later, it's like, oh, this is really cool. And then, learning that, like, Lin also had a personal connection to it because he actually played Jonathan Larson in a production of this before.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Can I ask a question? So Rent, they have a movie for it. I know that. How good is it? Like, is it one of those, like...
I will applaud. They brought most of the original Broadway cast back for it, but it has such a weird vibe compared to what the stage play is or the stage version is. It's got a lot of mixed reactions. Like, I don't know. I think it should be remade. I think they should try again. Lin, you have my vote of confidence with how you handled Tick Tick Boom. You should totally remake Rent. I would love to see that version. But it's one of those things of like, it just, there's a weird, so when Jonathan Larson died, he died like the day before, or the day of, I forget exactly what it was, where they were doing previews for Rent.
Yeah, so he never got to actually watch people's reactions.
Yeah, he never got to see the
I remember that being insane because they played at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
They show the text for it.
Yeah, and so like during that period when you do the previews, like you're editing things out, you're changing out songs, and so Rent never quite got that like treatment. So like everything's been kind of stuck basically in its like final rehearsal period.
Yeah.
And it kind of, and so there's moments where it like maybe should have been edited a little bit, but where was I going with this thought, man?
But movie. We were talking about the movie.
Oh, the movie. That's right. Yeah. So I think in doing so, it kind of just inherits some problems, and and I think even today there's probably like more progressive language that would probably be more appropriate if you're going to remake it. So I think a remake is worthwhile doing. Mm-hmm. The 2005 movie, I think it's enjoyable for what it is. Like I enjoyed it when I first watched it. Again, I did come from a sheltered background, so but there was something very. I enjoyed very much the spirit of it. I enjoyed, being able to see like the original actors come back for the roles, 10 years later. Because like, they always don't, a lot of times, when Hollywood likes to like bring Broadway to the movies, it's always like, we're going to throw in big names, and you get, and you wind up getting like Russell Crowe for Les Mis,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, it doesn't always translate, but yeah, so I like the appreciation for that. I like that, there was heart in it. Was worthwhile, but yeah, I would love to see Lin-Manuel Miranda take a crack at it. But yeah,
what are your thoughts on Lin-Manuel Miranda? Because I think he gets a lot of hate from the Disney crowd in terms of like he basically does almost every single song for those movies, so he's kind of a mixed bag in that sense.
I mean, is he over prolific? Yes, but like, don't you want your favorite artists to get their bag? Yes.
Yeah.
Does his songs kind of sound alike? Yeah, but like a lot of people do. Who gives?
That's what happens when one guy is kind of doing most of the music. Like he has a style. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I like, but I do get it. I think there's an obviousness to him. Like, I mean, like the people from Frozen, like they did like also the music for like WandaVision and Agatha, and you wouldn't necessarily know that,
Mm-hmm.
unless you like looked at the credits. Whereas, Lin, it's like from the get, like 5 seconds in a song, like, oh.
There's a song in Moana 2. It's the song they sing when they're on the boat, and like one of the girls, I think she's Australian, she has an Australian accent. Uh-huh. Like she literally starts rapping, and you're literally like, oh, that's he literally did that. Like that's just him being like, yeah, guys, we have to do this thing.
Yeah. But I mean, like I enjoy his music. But as a director, oh my god, I was impressed. This is his debut.
Yeah, and he kills it. Like it's actually a really well-made movie. Mm-hmm. It's weird. What else has he done outside of that? Like, has he done anything since? No, right?
Actually, he's just gone in production on his next movie, Octet.
Oh.
So it's about...
I didn't know this.
Yeah, I literally just learned that this thing existed like 2 weeks ago.
Cool.
So it's about this like group of... I think it's Octet. So there's 8 people. They meet in like this church basement, and they're basically kind of like an AA, except it's like for...
I did see this. Okay, because it was with Amanda Seyfried and Rachel Zegler, and it was Lin. I was like, I love Rachel Zegler. Oh my gosh, I watched this movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're and they're all like addicted to like different apps on their phone or whatever, so they like try to like, get through it. But yeah, it's...
Any idea when this will come out?
I think next year or 2027, I think.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, they're filming right now. It's April, so it's,
Dude, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
I like saw that in passing and was like, oh, that's going to be so awesome. I'm so excited for that. And I don't know why, you just reminding me of that. Like, oh my gosh, I forgot that was a thing. Why didn't I freak out more when that like, got announced? But let's jump back to Tick, Tick, Boom.
Yeah.
I want to bring up, I'm sorry, hold on. My favorite scene, I had it and I lost it. Oh, okay, no. My favorite scene is just another song. You brought it up earlier. It's the song that Michael and Jonathan sing when he gets to the apartment.
Yes.
It's such a good song, and it's so well done. It has this weird, like, there's a style to it where it feels like a stage play.
Yes.
Like, it feels very, like, put on a stage, not flat in the way that it's performed, but flat in terms of, like, it's on a stage.
Yeah.
But it isn't. Like, it's filmed in a 3D space. And it's really cool and really well done.
Yeah, that was honestly, that was like the scene that where it's like Lin could do Rent.
No more. That's what it's
like.
Called.
Yeah, no more. Like that was the scene. Like watching that was like, this feels like Rent. This like it's like, I think musically of any song in Tick, Tick, Boom, that sounds like a song from Rent. And him being able to pull off that sequence, I was like, you can do it. I'm fully sold now.
Yeah, I love that scene so much. And then another one is probably when he takes the job with Michael, like the inn that Michael gives him, and he's like oh, here, just give us like some ideas, and he's just shooting him, and they're like, whoa, what the heck? That's just a really funny scene, because I think it does, like, it's definitely like a comedic scene, but also I think it really shows like, hey, you are different. Like, you actually are weirdly good at this. You can literally make a song out of anything. You should really like, this is your future, you know? And I just think that's a really cool scene from a character perspective, and it's just a really funny scene. Yeah. What's the worst song?
They're all bops.
Yeah, but you had to pick one. If you had to pick one where you're just
if I had to cut one, I mean, they already cut. I mean, I don't know. Green dress. I mean,
whoa.
No, I'm just kidding.
Chill out. I have to look through them because they're all so good.
They are.
It might be one of those instances where I don't think we could cut one. And I hate being that guy.
I mean, they already like cut it, like several songs from the musical. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hold on. I actually have to look it up. Hold on.
Ooh, hold on. Can I actually bring up one?
Yes.
This is not one I'd cut. Come to Your Senses, I think, is an incredible moment in that movie, and I think it's such a good song. It's such a good song, but I think more importantly, why is Andrew Garfield such a good actor when he's sitting there doing nothing? Like, his facial expressions and him getting overwhelmed with emotion, because not only does he deeply resonate with the song that he just wrote, because it's about like stuff that he's experiencing, but also like you can tell there's like a seeing this come together, my thing is happening, this thing that I wrote that he like deeply appreciates. So it's this weird mix of emotion from him where he's crying because it's an emotional song, but also, oh my gosh, this art that I'm making is coming together. Awesome scene. It is. Just an awesome scene.
It is.
I would cut Sunday because I don't like it that much. That's just the one where it's like, it works so well in the movie, but if I had to pick one song, I don't really like it that much, so I'd pick it that one.
Yeah, okay. I get that for you. I don't know. I don't think I could. I mean, it's like I'm looking right now at all of them. I mean, I guess Green. I mean, I would say that one just because like it doesn't.
You're
like,
right.
They didn't really incorporate it, so it's like.
You're right. It doesn't really serve anything. Yeah. It is just kind of fun and a great song, dude. I think Green Dress was like my number 2 on my Spotify Wrapped one year. That year, actually, it was Louder Than Words, 3090, and Green Dress were my top 3. Really, that should just tell you how much I freaking love this movie, dude.
It's so good. I listened to this soundtrack for a while. I'm trying to think what other scenes like resonate. I think so I watched this movie. Okay, so I watched it when it came out, and then I rewatched it because Thanksgiving was a couple weeks later. I watched it like really late, and I kind of stopped midway through. And the very next day, Stephen Sondheim passed away. And so we see Bradley Whitford playing Stephen Sondheim in the movie, but at the ending when you have the phone recording, that's the actual Stephen Sondheim, because on the stage production they have a recording of him leaving something for Jonathan Larson, so he redid it for the movie. And like I knew that scene was going to come up, so I was like, I could not finish the movie for like another month. Dang. Just so I could like I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared to like hear his voice one more time, but oh my god. So that scene will always I will always remember. I always remember that.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say on the movie before we close?
It really is. It's so good. Again, plea. This needs to be we need a physical release of this. Like it's killing me. There's
bad. Like I need one so bad.
I need it. Like
I would buy it, and I'm not really like a physical movie collector.
Yeah.
I would buy it. This is one of those rare cases where I feel like I need to have it.
Exactly.
Because
it's the only reason I have a Netflix subscription, because it's like, what if I want to watch Tick Tick Boom right now?
Yeah, because there's literally nothing else on Netflix you possibly
there's good stuff. I'm gonna watch Beef this week.
Yeah, I've never seen the first season, and it's something I've been meaning to get to, and I was actually gonna talk about that on What You've Been Watching. Maybe if we do that, we'll see. But yeah, so yeah, it's an incredible movie. I think everyone should watch it. I think it being on my Letterboxd 4 should tell you, hey, this guy that likes action movies and people dying for whatever reason loves Tick Tick Boom, because I genuinely think it's one of those movies that's just a universal movie. I think anyone can resonate with it. Even if you don't like musicals and stuff, I think there's definitely if you don't like musicals, I think there's definitely going to be a slight barrier there where things are going to feel weird and maybe a little cringy sometimes, because that's just like the musicals are definitely just filmed and written very differently than like a other movie.
Yeah.
But I do think this is a universal movie, and I think if you want to watch a good movie and you love Andrew Garfield, this is a must-see. It's a must-see movie. It's incredible.
It's great. It's probably one of Andrew Garfield's most finest performances. It's a great, not only like a great directorial debut, it's just a great spot of direction period from Lin-Manuel Miranda. Also, they had to do this during COVID.
Yeah,
like, they were only like a week into this thing. Like it's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Alexandra Shipp, really great. Vanessa Hudgens, really great. Robin de Jesus, really great. Everyone was really great. The cameos in Sunday, amazing. All those people from across theater, brilliant casting there. Yeah, I don't know. There's just so much. There's so much to delve into it. I mean, you definitely talked a lot more on it, but yeah, it's a deep movie. Go watch it. Anyone who's about to turn 30, enjoy it. Have a midlife crisis with it. I did. You'll feel cathartic.
I'm gonna wait till I'm 30 to watch that movie again. Yeah.